Hi, my name is RJ, and I am with a very credible mortgage broker who's been helping people for many years get everything that they've needed out of their mortgages, reverse mortgages, or helping them move along with doing the right thing that's for them when it comes to helping them finance their house. I have with me Dave Nute, and I want to ask Dave several questions so we can get anyone who's watching this more information and how they can also get in contact with Dave if they're interested about getting financial advice or getting a loan done by Dave. How would you say this is a benefit to someone who's interested in, utilizing more of that equity that's in their home?
How can this be a benefit?
Yes.
Well, you can take a mortgage, you can use a reverse mortgage primarily in three different ways. Number one, you can use it to pay off your current mortgage and eliminate those mortgage payments that go on month after month, year after year. I mean, it's a real stretch for some of us to pay those mortgage payments because something else comes up. Let's look at what just happened across the country with this pandemic. A lot of new expenses, a lot of situations where there's less income. And having the flexibility to not have to make your mortgage payments is a huge benefit for many of us. There's other situations that just need long-term income. If you've got enough equity, we can turn that equity that's locked in your home into a guaranteed stream of income over a fixed period of years or over your lifetime, as long as you're in the home. And I emphasize for both lifetimes. If you're married or have another co-borrower on the loan, this is good for both lifetimes. Last but not least is a line of credit. And the line of credit is probably one of the most valuable tools for financial planning. And, as a financial planner, I've used that line of credit to help people increase their Social Security benefits, prepare ahead for long-term care. Just having that extra nest egg, that's a tax-free benefit when you take it out. So often, many people in retirement have most of their money tied up in their IRAs and other retirement accounts. So if something comes up, you have to take out a withdrawal from those IRAs or retirement accounts. It's taxable income that complicates other things. With a reverse mortgage, it's liquid cash available to you within 5 business days, and it's tax-free income. So
Wow. Hold on. Let me just touch on this one point. A reverse mortgage is liquid income and it's available to anyone who gets involved or gets approved within 5 business days?
Available within 5 business days. Just think how that could change your life. I mean, you might have $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 there available in a line of credit. And that's available to you within 5 days, tax-free, anytime you need it.
Wow.
Okay. So
that's incredible.
It certainly changes the situation for many of the people I talk to. Another important feature is what a lot of people aren't aware of is that this line of credit grows each and every month based on the current interest rates. So that loan is currently growing at the rate of 4 or 5%. If interest rates go up higher, you might be 6, 7%. Growing for your future needs. Available within 5 days, tax-free.
Where do you specialize in reverse mortgages? Is it limited to an area, a state, or do you do all 50 states?
I'm only licensed in the state of Washington. Once again, the reverse mortgage is part of my job. I've got other things to keep me occupied. So I just don't have the time really to go outside of the state of Washington. But within the state of Washington, we primarily work our 4-county area around me, Clallam, Jefferson, Island, and Kitsap County. But it's not unusual for me to travel. If I've got somebody that needs some help, I'm happy to travel anywhere in Western Washington. Or frankly, we can often do a lot of this over the phone. I know with the pandemic and everything, we're all concerned about personal contact. And frankly, we can do this over the phone. It might not be the ideal situation, but that's kind of the life we're living today. But you tell me what you want to do. If you want me to drive to your home a couple hundred miles from here, that's not a problem. I'm happy to sit down and go through that if this makes sense for your situation.
Wow, that's a lot of great information that you gave. And I know there's a lot more information that people may have or some questions that they'd have that might be on their mind. Dave, what is the best contact number to reach you at?
My toll-free line is 1-800 1-800-562-9514.
Can you do me a favor and repeat that one more time?
1-800-562-9514.
And what if someone wants to get in contact with you via email? What's the best email that they can get in contact with you?
DNUTECP@OLYP as in Paul, EN as in Nancy.com.
Okay.
Once DNUTECP@olipin.com.
Is there any other, or is there a third way to contact you, or are those the two best ways?
Those are probably the best ways.
Okay.
We also have our websites.
Great. What's your website?
Well, there's a lot of advantages to that website. Number one, there's a lot of great information, a lot of questions and answers, just like what we've been through. There's a calculator to help you get an idea of what amount would be available. There's a way to get my free book. I've written a book on reverse mortgages called The Truth About Reverse Mortgages. It's got some excellent information in it and tells you a little bit more about my background, et cetera, if you want to know. So our website is www.northwest, the full word, NORTHWEST, Northwest reversemortgage.com. Okay. And there's ways you can contact with me through that.
Got you. So that was www.northwestreversemortgage.com.
Exactly.
Is that plural or singular?
Singular on mortgage.
Got you. So www.northwestreversemortgage.com. And there you can find, once again, Dave's book on the truth about reverse mortgages and a lot of great questions that we maybe have not covered here that you can find on his website. But the best thing I think you should do is get in contact with Dave. And one of the easiest and fastest ways that anybody can do is just pick up the phone. And what's that phone number one more time, Dave?
1-800-562-9514.
Well, we've had Dave. Now, do you have anything else that you'd like to add to tell the viewers? Anything on the top of your mind before we leave this interview?
There's no cost for the book. I'll ship it out on my dime there. I also give a $1,000 credit out of my pocket to the closing cost. It's limited to your closing costs for any reverse mortgage you get through us. I believe in education. I want my clients to understand what they're going to do. And I find the best way for me to do this is to share the information in that book. And frankly, you know, unlike some situations, I'm not afraid of you learning more about this subject. The more you learn about the reverse mortgage, the more you're going to find it can make sense for your situation. So I'm happy to pass that $1,000 bonus along to help you reduce your closing costs, just because I think it's important.
If you're listening and you're interested about reverse mortgages, I suggest you go to www.northwestreversemortgage.com. Get some more information. Also, don't be afraid to be able to get the free book that Dave has written that explains everything about the reverse mortgage, giving you more information out there, and his special of $1,000 off of any of the closing costs and limited to the closing costs, $1,000 off of your next reverse mortgage with Dave. I think that's very powerful, and I think that's very generous of you.
Thank you, RJ. Appreciate it very much.
Well, there's a couple options that Dave has for you. If you're interested and you're in the Washington area and you are above the age of 62, you have a house with equity, and you're looking for a way to not pay or eliminate your mortgage payments, get a tax-free loan, and be able to stay in your house, Dave is the person, the professional for you. And once again, if you are in that area or any of those 4 counties or, you know, in the state, like he said, he can do multiple things. 1, he can take the application or talk to you over the phone. 2, he can drive to you, even if it's a couple hundred miles, so you absolutely know that this man is service oriented. And 3, with the COVID going on, the pandemic, there might be an option for you to do exactly what we're doing right now, which is a live video chat, which he can set up with you also. So there's multiple ways that you can get in contact with Dave, and there's multiple ways that he can help you. So Dave, I'd like to thank you once again for such a wonderful interview, and I'm hoping you have a fantastic and wonderful day.
I intend to. You do the same.
Okay.
Thank you.
Talk to you soon, Dave.
Take care.